think the framework of action contributed by giving the national social partners a tool and incentive for work on youth employment on a national level. And what we wanted with it is that we have a quality training, quality qualification, quality apprenticeship, and that we have with this tool sustainable employment for young people.
The wealth of initiatives that our members, both trade unions and employers' organizations in the countries within Europe have taken over these last 4 years has shown that the social partners have played an important role and were feeling committed to contribute to the solutions, to have more young people into work and to facilitate the policy design and development that was going to support that. So I think it's a positive outcome for the European social dialogue to have contributed to that and to have supported the role that governments and European institutions were having on youth employment policies.
La prima sfida è quella di creare dei posti di lavoro, quindi sono necessari investimenti per creare posti di lavoro attraverso il pubblico e il privato, perché la crisi economica ha dimostrato chiaramente che crollano gli investimenti e crolla la creazione di posti di lavoro. La seconda sfida è sicuramente quella di creare dei servizi pubblici per l'impiego che funzionino veramente. E la terza è quella di ridurre la precarietà, perché i giovani purtroppo oggi vivono condizioni di lavoro troppo precarie.
So I guess our three priorities are to improve career orientation, to avoid a skills mismatch on the labor market. Second would be to promote VET in general. And the third priority would be to get more people going into STEM education, considering that digitalization is going to be a huge trend of the future.
I think the role of the Cyprus Employers and Industrialists Federation is a central one. The employers' organization can bring together the business world, the businessmen, the employers, along with the educational institutions or even academic institutions. And with the active participation of these partners, they can design the proper educational programs in order to overcome the problem with skills mismatched. So we strongly believe that through our organization, the employers will have an input to the process of designing the educational or other training programs.
We don't believe in lower wages or worse working conditions for a certain group because of a certain age, in this case young workers or young people. I mean, they need to have the same rights and conditions as other workers. And I think it's the responsibility of the social partners to safeguard the rights of the young people when they conclude collective agreements.
Youth unemployment has started to rise in the past 2 years or so. Of course, we do have a focus in VET, and we also have a focus in fostering the apprenticeship training. So we try to attract more apprentices to those jobs that are out there, because many companies complain about the lacking key competences in students and alumni of the compulsory school systems.
Por lo tanto, en el ámbito bipartito con la patronal, entre patronal y sindicatos, hemos alcanzado algún acuerdo puntual, pero con el gobierno ha sido imposible llegar, no alcanzar acuerdos siquiera, sino sencillamente que el gobierno aceptara negociar con nosotros.
A particular area of focus where we've been particularly involved and I think contributed positively is the area of apprenticeship provision, where we are now in the process of having a quality framework for apprenticeship. And I think this is thanks to the inputs of the social partners to really have a focus on quality and effective apprenticeship provision across Europe based on the perspective of enterprises and workers.
So the framework will continue to serve its purpose to create and initiate new practices in line or not with what governments are doing or what the European Union are doing, and social partners continue working on the issue and will continue to work on the issue in many different ways, including apprenticeship in particular, which is becoming an increasingly higher priority in Europe.
SMEs are the main source of job creation in Europe, and they have also been that in the past 10 years during the economic crisis. And they worked also on entrepreneurship to make sure that entrepreneurship is a real option for young people after they finish school. There is still a lot to be done, and we look forward to those actions. There is a lot to be done on skills and to make sure that young people, for instance those who are outside of education and training or employment, that they get a job.
I think one very important element is that the social partners work intensively together, that they cooperate with one voice for employment, and that they both pay attention to quality employment. We need solid, sustainable employment, and we want to have the framework of action to have jobs which are lasting and where people can make a living from the job.
With this framework, we were able to inspire, to collect, to exchange good practices on national level, on European level, how to go for and fight for youth employment. And I think this is one of the key results that come out of this framework. This is maybe the final paper on the framework, but I hope this is not the end to tackle the challenge for young people in Europe. If you look at the figures, they are still drastically high in Europe. Certainly if you look to those young people who are not in a job or not in employment. So I would like to insist, but also invite all the partners, employers and trade unions on the European level, on the national level, to keep pushing forward to fight for decent and quality jobs for young people, and also towards European institutions to keep this high on the policy agenda